was someone you loved. And you probably could have lived with that, but the person responsible was never caught. And that, Detective Beckett, is why you're here.
Cute trick. Don't think you know me. By the way, it was my mother, not my father. We were supposed to go to dinner together, my mom, my dad, and I, and she was gonna meet us at the restaurant, but she never showed. 2 hours later, we went home, and there was a detective waiting for us, Detective Raglan. They found her body. She had been stabbed.
A robbery?
No. She still had her money and purse and jewelry. And it wasn't a sexual assault either. They attributed it to gang violence. Random wayward event. So just like in Melanie's case, they couldn't think outside the box. So they just tried to package it up nicely. And the killer was never caught.
Why do you wear the watch?
My dad took her death hard. He's sober now. 5 years. So, this is for the life that I saved. And this is for the life that I lost. What are you doing?
Nothing. I just thought if we worked together.
No.
I have resources.
Castle, you touch my mom's case and you and I are done. Do you understand?
Okay. Why don't you want to investigate it?
Same reason a recovering alcoholic doesn't drink. You don't think I haven't been down there? You don't think I haven't memorized every line in that file? My first 3 years on the force, every off-duty moment was spent looking for something someone missed. It took me a year of therapy to realize if I didn't let it go, it was going to destroy me. And so I let it go.
Sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah, well, now you do.
Here's what's gonna happen. You're just gonna stroll on over to the elevator together. Nice and easy.
That'll never happen.
You make a sound, you attempt to signal, you so much as clear your throat. And I'll put a round in this man's liver, and he will die slowly. And in considerable pain. Let's go. What, no pithy remarks from the peanut gallery? Not so funny facing your own death, is it?
I'm a dick. You tell me. Last time I checked, this was a police station.
You knew before I arrested you, didn't you? You knew my mom was your victim.
It wasn't personal, okay? She was just another job.
She was my mother. Who hired you to kill her?
Forget it. You'll never touch him. They'll bury you.
Tell me who. No, no, no! Sir! I need him alive.
That's right. You do need me. Now back him off or Castle dies.
Sir, back off, please.
You know I can't do that. Hey, you want to learn who ordered the hit on your mommy? You better make sure I make it out of here.
Roy, please.
That's right, Roy. Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
Here's my plan. I sneak back into the station wearing a hat. Montgomery always takes a coffee break 15 minutes after the hour. I get your mother's file wearing soft shoes. The south entrance says... What?
Come on, Cass, I gotta show you something.
You know, I sometimes forget that you live with this every day. Josh know about this?
No.
When did you start?
For the summer, when you're in the Hamptons.
And how far have you gotten?
Well, aside from my mom, there was also Diane Kavanaugh, Jennifer Stewart. They volunteered for her from time to time for the Justice Initiative. And then the fourth victim was Scott Murray. He was a document clerk at the courthouse. You know, Castle, up until today, I'd always run this on the theory that they got killed because of a legal case that they were working on. My mom requested a court file just before she was murdered, and that file went missing.
Well, your mom must have had personal papers, appointment book, something that could tell you what she was working on before she died.
Oh, I went through all of that 9 years ago. There's nothing.
Yeah, but a lot's happened since then. Maybe you missed something.
There's nothing in her appointment book. Not that I can make it sense of, anyway. She had her own system, like my dad, and I could never figure it out.
Oh, you were adorable. Did your mom take these?
Yeah, about 3 weeks before she died.
Oh, I don't get to see you in action?
Trust me, Castle, it was not pretty.
Oh, now I have to see it.
What?
There's 24 exposures on this roll, but there's only 20 pictures.
What is it?
An empty street?
Castle, this is where my mom was murdered. I don't understand. I mean, these pictures were developed a week before she was killed.
Why would she be taking photos of that alley?
I don't know. I always thought it was just a convenient place for the killer to attack. I mean, it was dark, it was secluded.
What if there was more to it than that? What if she was looking into something that happened in that alley when they killed her?
Well, I'd have to go into the old archives and reports, and Captain Montgomery won't let me back in the precinct right now.
I'll go. You talked to Montgomery?
Yeah. Castle, there's something I need you to do.
Name it.
Go home.
Forget it. Fear does not exist in this dojo.
Look, I signed up for this when I put that badge on. You didn't. It's not your fight.
The hell it isn't. I don't hang around you just to annoy you. I don't ride out to murder scenes in the middle of the night to satisfy some morbid curiosity. If that's all this was, I would have quit a long time ago.
Well, then why do you keep coming back, Rick?
Look, I may not have a badge. Unless you count the chocolate one Alexis gave me for my birthday. I'll tell you this, like it or not, I'm your plucky sidekick.
Plucky sidekick always gets killed.
Partner, then.
Okay. What'd you find?
You remember what Raglan said back at the coffee shop about this thing going back 19 years? Turns out before your mother, there was another murder in this alley, back when it was the back entrance to a club called Sons of Palermo. It was a mafia hangout.
I didn't know this was a club.
Well, it got shut down years before your mother was killed, after an FBI agent by the name of Bob Armand was killed in the alley behind it.
It says Armin was working undercover in the mafia.
Somehow the mob got onto Armand, used the old family remedy.
Summary execution.
The NYPD arrested a mob enforcer in Armand's murder, a guy by the name of Joe Pulgatti. He later pled guilty. And guess who the arresting officer was?
Officer John Raglan.
Your mother was a civil rights attorney. Did she ever mention Armand's murder or Pulgatti's conviction?
No, but there's got to be a connection somewhere.
I bet Pulgatti could shed some light on it.
This man she's chasing, how dangerous is he?
He's a trained killer.
What happens when she finds him? I've already lost my wife over this. I've already lost... Now, look, it took me years, but I've made my peace with that. But Katie, she won't listen to me, and she won't back down. Not unless someone can convince her that her life is worth more than her mother's death. Look, she cares about you, Rick. And unless you're a lot dumber than you look, I know you care about her. Don't let her throw her life away.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
So we went over all of Ragland and McAllister's old arrest records, and you were right. There was a third cop that was with them on a lot of those arrests, but then someone went back into those reports and removed their name. So Ryan and Esposito are right now looking into who was running the records room back then.
Castle, you couldn't have just called me and told me this over the phone.
Well, yeah, I thought that...
Castle, if you got something to say, just please say it.
Beckett, everyone associated with this case is dead. Everyone. First your mom and her colleagues, then Ragland and McAllister. You know they're coming for you next.
Captain Montgomery's got a protective detail on me. Wasn't that hard to spot.
That's not going to be enough to stop Lockwood. You know that. Think about what they're up against. Professional killers? I've been working with you for 3 years. You know me. I'm the guy who says we can move that rubber tree plant. But you know what, Beckett? I don't think we're going to win this.
Castle, they killed my mother. What do you want me to do here?
Walk away. They're going to kill you, Kate. If you don't care about that, at least think about how that's going to affect the people that love you. You really want to put your dad through that? And what about Josh?
And what about you, Rick?
Well, of course, I don't want anything to happen to you. I'm your partner. I'm your friend.
Is that what we are?
Oh, you know what? I don't know what we are. We kiss, and then we never talk about it. We nearly die frozen in each other's arms, but we never talk about it. So, no, I got no clue what we are. I know I don't want to see you throw your life away.
Yeah, well, last time I checked, it was my life, not your personal jungle gym. And for the past 3 years, I have been running around with the school's funniest kid, and it's not enough.
You know what? This isn't about your mother's case anymore. This is about you needing a place to hide. Because you've been chasing this thing so long, you're afraid to find out who you are without it.
You don't know me, Castle. You think you do, but you don't.
I know you crawled inside your mother's murder and didn't come out. I know you hide there, same way you hide in these nowhere relationships with men you don't love. You could be happy, Kate. You deserve to be happy. But you're afraid.
You know what we are, Castle? We are over. Now get out.